This is one of the most popular one-story plans with Perry Homes. Let's take a look. In this video, I'm walking you through the 3205 plan with Perry Homes. The name of the plan is also the approximate square footage. We have 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and there are so many great upgrades in and outside of this home. Now on the outside, I love this exterior that had a 3-car garage. We will definitely get back out here later on in the video to show you that in full detail. But I want to get right out to this main living area because there's so many great parts of this plan, including the main living area. We also have a game room in the back of the home. At the front of the home, we have a study and a dining room. And then wait until you see the backyard. We are in the 80-foot wide lot section in a community called The Colony. And to take advantage of that large backyard, they did an extended covered patio just outside the primary bedroom on this home. So I'll definitely show you all of that. What I want to start off with is this kitchen. I love the two-tone cabinets in here, and I think what Perry does really well are their light fixtures. So many of my buyers, when they're working with other builders, they end up using somebody after closing, like a third-party provider for their light fixtures, because they're just not pleased with what they see at the design studio. The exception to that is Perry. I love these pendant lights where they have that gold touch that just add a different color element with the dark kitchen island and all these exterior white cabinets. I think it's fantastic. And then you see some touches of gold right here in the backsplash above this 5-burner gas stovetop. And I absolutely love this kitchen backsplash. I think it ties in all the different colors in this kitchen so well. And by the way, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in the Austin, Texas area, and I've represented clients with 19 different builders. Now, some of my clients buy homes that are already under construction, just like this one, but some of my buyers build from scratch. And so I like to point out different things that I love seeing in plans, both with the flow of the plan, but also the design upgrades that are in the plan. Now, if you end up liking this plan at the end of the video, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is this specific home just went pending. It actually went pending right after I got home. But I have some good news for you. They do have this same plan for sale in this neighborhood at just under $675,000. Also, Perry does a great job of building homes in so many different communities across Texas. So there's probably somewhere that they're building this plan in Texas. It's just a matter of finding the right lot that you can build this amount of square footage on a one-story plan. Getting back into this home, I like this Butlers pantry area that's right between the kitchen and the dining room. Now, we will see the dining room later on in the video. I want to give you a quick look at the pantry, and then let's take a look at this living room area. Focusing in on this pantry, I'm glad that we took a long look at this pantry because this is a space that you're going to be using quite often, and I like the amount of shelves that they put in here, as well as the shape. It kind of maximizes space in here to pack in as much as you can. And you'd be surprised. I've been in 4,000 plus square foot homes, and the pantry is so small, or it looks like a linen closet. And I can't tell you how many buyers that makes so upset when they walk into these kitchens and these big homes, and you just don't get any pantry size. I also have buyers that tell me they need a lot of space in their main living room. And I think this one-story plan does have it. That fireplace in the back does cut into the room a little bit, but it provides that design element to break up that wall. I like how they have the drywall a little bit more inset to frame that TV area. And keep in mind, this is staging, so I think you could fit a much larger TV in this living room, especially because it's connected in with the kitchen and there's a lot of space here. So I do get, from time to time, people commenting on videos like this saying, why didn't they put a bigger TV in there? That's a fake TV. It's just staging. But what I love in this home is the windows. And this is something that I think Perry does so well. We talk a lot in my videos about ceiling height and windows, and I think Perry does that well. You can see that right here in the living room. Now, we will come back to this main living area. I'll show you the breakfast nook dining area. I'll also head outside where they did a patio and even an extended patio. But before we get there, let's show you this primary bedroom. Now, we had just talked about ceiling height, and this is just a different element. I don't know what you'd call this. Usually a tray ceiling is just like a straight rectangle with straight cuts. This is just kind of pitched upward, but I would just say this is like a raised ceiling. You have great windows that look out to an extended patio. I think this is a perfect place to put your bed right here in between these two windows. And then every day you can wake up, you get that great ceiling height, and you can just open up those curtains or those blinds and look out to your large lot that we will get to after we tour this primary bathroom. Now, in this bathroom, we have a couple vanities on the right side. Opposite of those vanities, we have a tub that has a tile surround on it. We have a walk-in shower in the back left. Again, I like these light fixtures, even though a couple light bulbs are on. I think it just provides a good balance off of the cabinets that are dark and contrasts well with the light countertops and this light floor tile. And it's something you may not notice, but the inner frame of that window is also dark. That plays off the cabinets and the light fixtures. I like when they have different design elements that match up with each other on opposite sides of a room. Even as something as small as like this, like the bathroom compared to maybe like a main living area, I love that design element. I can't tell you how big of a difference that makes in some of these areas. And I've walked some of these homes that don't have some of these design elements. I can promise you some buyers definitely notice them, and it makes a difference in their buying decisions. Now, while we go through the primary closet, and then we'll see the walk-in shower next, and then again, we will head outside. I can't wait for you to see that patio. I did want to talk about a question that I get often, which is buyers ask me, based on my experience of representing buyers with so many builders, what makes Perry stand out from the other builders? And there are, of course, quite a few things I could point out, but it really depends on your criteria, like your price point, how much square footage you're looking at. But I would say, generally speaking, I think Perry does a great job of offering so many different floor plans. And I'll keep going here while we go through this walk-in shower, but real quick, I love the tile going all the way up to the ceiling. I love the frame enclosure, kind of matches up with the other different colors that we've talked about already in this bathroom. So the design just gets extended here into the walk-in shower, which is fantastic. But talking about floor plans, oftentimes when people are looking at various floor plans, there sometimes can be a compromise when only a builder offers a few different floor plans that pretty much everybody picks from, and then you end up picking one of those few plans because that's all they offer, and you miss out on different things that you want in your home. And I find just more floor plans that builders offer, it tends to get more of what you want, because chances are, if you don't like this bathroom setup in this plan, there's probably another one-story plan that Perry offers where it's just a different layout, might feel a little bit wider, or might offer you something different that you might like more. But I think the main reason why offering a lot of floor plans is great, especially when home buyers are actually picking those different floor plans, they're not just picking one or two, is if that happens, meaning if a builder, let's say, offers 6 floor plans in a certain lot size, but every buyer picks one of 2 floor plans, then think about that for a second. When you move into this home, and when you go to your neighbors' houses, it's a 50% chance that they're going to have your same exact floor plan, and then the other 50% are going to have the other floor plan that everybody picks, where the whole neighborhood then feels a little bit more cookie cutter because everybody's picking from one of 2 plans. So I've had homeowners move into a neighborhood and a lot of people have their same floor plan. It feels odd kind of visiting other neighbors, seeing the same thing. But also for resale, when you go to sell and there's multiple of your plan selling at the same time, that really doesn't help you at resale. Moving on, we are in the breakfast nook area. Before I mentioned breakfast nook / dining, this isn't your dining. There is a separate dining area at the front of the home that we'll definitely circle back to. By the way, there's a game room back there that we'll also get to that's huge. It also has windows that look out to the backyard, but let me show you this backyard. I've talked a lot about it quite a bit. I've told you that we're in the 80-foot wide lot section of the colony, and this is what it's all about. I love the privacy that you back up to, even just people kind of walking around, walking their dogs through these trails. It's fantastic to just be able to enjoy your space back here and still feel like you're intertwined in the community. And let me know what you think about that. Some people say, hey, that wrought iron fence in the back, they'd prefer a privacy fence, like a wooden fence, to get some privacy in their backyard. A lot of other people would say they like seeing out of that fence into the trails back there because it just feels like their backyard just keeps going and going, and they don't really care for the privacy. So let me know what you think in the comments. What I think about this lot for this price point is it's fantastic. Now, I can't give you the price of this specific home because it's already pending, but I can tell you this same plan, like I mentioned earlier, was under $675,000. And this home, because of the lot backing up to this privacy or these trails, it was a little bit more, but it wasn't that much. And if you reach out to me, I'm happy to show you the data that I can provide you as a realtor here in Texas. Now, this is what I love about this community called The Colony. You're seeing a lot of mature trees that these homes back to, and there are a lot of homes that back up to this area. And a lot of developers would never do this. They look at that area as just lost profits, right? Some developments, you can see it when you look at a satellite map, they try to monetize every single inch of their community. And that's fine, but if you're touting yourself as this great community that's very livable and is great for walking around, I don't like it when I see developers do that and the community does not feel like that at all. It just feels more like a sales pitch that they're not really fulfilling on their promises. This community does fulfill it. I think it has great livability. It has multiple amenity centers, pools, nature trails, sports courts, and then the scenery is fantastic. They even have an on-site lifestyle coordinator that just schedules events and just gets the community outside their house to meet other people, which I just think is very important. Now, we will later on in the video talk a little bit about the suburb that we're in, which is called Bastrop, which is east of Austin, Texas. But what I want to do next is focus back in on the plan. I told you about that game room that's huge. I know it's tough to visualize without any furniture in here, but I can give you dimensions if you reach out to me. But while we're in here, I love the windows. You see the 4 trends and windows above the windows that are already in here. I think that that's fantastic. I love the tray ceiling that we looked at previously. Tray ceilings make a big difference. And this is a perfect space to have on a 1-story plan that I think builders struggle to find that area to kind of get this game room in. And I think they sacrifice the breakfast nook area. Oftentimes the breakfast nook area does have windows that look out to the back wall. I think that's okay to sacrifice to get a large game room area, because the game room is the one area of the home that I think a lot of people don't realize is missing in some of their 1-story plans. And for some people, like I get buyers who reach out to me, they have kids, and then they realize their kids take over some areas with all their toys. It's nice to just have a separate area for that. Or sometimes when somebody's cooking in the kitchen, they don't want the living room blasting a ball game or something like that. It's nice to have a game room that's a separate area to just hang out, have a TV, have like almost like a pseudo media room area. And I think that game room is the perfect place for it. And so bottom line is, oftentimes when people feel like they're outgrowing a home, it's because that room is usually missing. Okay, moving on, we are in one of the spare bedrooms that does have an in-suite full bathroom. It's located in the back left of this home next to the game room. And I like this location of this bedroom. It's separated from the other bedrooms in the home. So later on in the video, we'll see a couple bedrooms that are split by a full bathroom. So if you have somebody in the home, maybe wants a little bit more privacy, or maybe you have guests staying with you, this is the perfect bedroom with an in-suite full bathroom to house them. Okay, while we're in this full bathroom, there are a couple things I want to mention. First off, there's still a lot to see here. We have a dining room, a home office that's very large. I love the light fixtures in both of those rooms, so stay tuned for that. We still have a couple bedrooms and some other areas of the home that I want to show you that give you a good visual of what's possible at this price point in the Colony located in Bastrop, Texas. The second thing I want to mention is, if you like that backyard because it backs up to kind of trails, some greenery, and you love backyard spaces that have maybe a view off the back, then stay tuned. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you a home that was built by Perry Homes that at the time I'm posting this video is currently for sale, and it has a view that looks out for miles. So stay tuned for that. And this is another lake fixture I wanted to show you because I think this just makes for a grand entrance. I think for a lot of people buying a 1-story plan, they miss having that 2-story grand entrance that you see on 2-story plans with like a curved staircase with light fixtures and chandeliers and stuff like that. But I think you really still get that feeling there because they have a very tall ceiling in that in that grand entrance. And I love that circular ceiling design that they had in there as well. Now we are in one of the spare bedrooms that's close to the 2-car side entrance garage, which we're actually going to see after this. And while we go through this, I want to talk a little bit about Bastrop. Now, like most suburbs around Austin, Texas, they were once upon a time just a small town, small suburb outside of Austin that was just like a fast-growing city. Obviously, that's changed, and the big reason why is growth in jobs. So the biggest headline that came in east of downtown Austin is Tesla's new factory called Tesla Giga Texas. So if you pull that up on a map and you went to the 80-foot wide section that Perry Homes is building here in the colony, you'd see you're around a 26-minute drive, depending on traffic. It ends up being around 19 miles to Tesla's Gigafactory. Now, that factory is huge. It's about a mile long. I think they just announced that they're extending it. And of course, Elon Musk has a lot of plans around what he's doing with Tesla. And while we look at this mud bench, which is right outside of the garage entrance that goes to the 2-car side entrance, I will tell you at the time I'm posting this video, they just had a Cybertruck announcement, which is they're finally delivering on this Cybertruck that they had planned for years. And that truck is being manufactured in that factory. And there was a big event. I actually had a couple of friends go, and it was this big thing. And that's fun. I mean, we don't see that type of excitement around automobiles. I think there are other companies that do announcements, but nothing like what Tesla's got going on with all their growth. And my point is, there's just not one employer coming to that area. That's a big employer that is bringing in game-changing technology to an industry that I think was in need of it. By the way, I'm not a Tesla fanboy. I don't follow a lot about cars. I really don't know all the intricacies of these various vehicles, but I do know things are changing fast in that area because a lot of businesses now are looking to follow Tesla. Now, I can't speculate too much on what I think is going to happen in an area, but all I can say is if more businesses come to that area, obviously that's going to be beneficial for this area. Now, I will piggyback on that growth in a second, but I just want to tell you, we just looked at a full bathroom that the bedroom we were looking at previously would tie into. We have a utility room here where you'd have your washer and dryer. They have some good cabinetry in here. And that bathroom, when I say tie into it, meaning you're close by to using that bathroom. And then we have a linen closet on this side and then another bedroom that is on the opposite side of that full bathroom that we just saw. Okay, moving on, piggybacking on that growth that I was talking about. Obviously, when employers come, then residential areas start getting built out, and then also commercial development start getting built around those residential areas. And one of those commercial projects is called Bastrop 75. Now, at the time I'm posting this video, they currently have Bastrop 75, this big mixed-use development project, under construction. And on their website, they're stating that they're going to have 5+ acres of community space. They're going to have an event lawn for gathering and entertainment. They're going to have luxury apartment homes, about 650 of those. They have a 3-acre medical district. I mean, it just keeps going and going. There's a hotel development that they're trying to develop on that site. There's a lot going on. And basically, as these suburbs grow around Austin, Texas, instead of everybody trying to get into downtown to experience downtown, these big developers are trying to bring that urbanish downtown feel to the suburbs. And that's how Austin is really growing, because we're not a fast-growing city from the 1970s and 80s that grew during that time. We're growing now, and that growth now is catering to what people want at this time. What also people want is sometimes a separate dining area that looks like this. I love the tray ceiling. This is the light fixture I mentioned previously. I like how the light fixture has some different elements of that color in the picture, the artwork that's behind there. Fantastic. Really good work. Even just staging this home by Perry, I think it really shows what's possible. And of course, we showed that Butlers Pantry before that leads to the kitchen. And then this is going to be a good look at the study. Now, if you're somebody who works from home, or you're on a hybrid model where sometimes you go to the office, but most of the time you're working from home, I think it's a big reason to look at areas like Bastrop. And there are certainly some other areas around Austin I could guide you through to give you the pros and cons on. And it's because the majority of my clients actually do work from home. I think it was about a little bit over 60% the last time I looked at are from a lot of tech workers that work from home and are always looking for a good guide on views off their backyard, good communities to live in, and fantastic floor plans that are open concept, modern, contemporary sometimes, and just give them that feel like they can live in it for a while, like a forever home rather than a starter home. So if you do need help with that, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. If you want to see more homes for sale like this, I give early access to homes that are either coming up for sale or are for sale on my website, and that's at the top of the description of this video. Now, I also want to show you the exterior one more time to show you the stone stucco combination they have here. I think it looks fantastic. And then if you want to see a larger one-story plan that has a view that looks out for miles, click on the thumbnail on your screen. That's another home for sale by Perry. Hope this helps. Take care, everyone.